so many times as like game 5 last stock last hit after not touching it for the entirety of the set, because he really does use it like a jump scare. He wants to catch you off guard.
It is always in the back pocket, yeah.
But for real this time, no more button check, and it is going to be the Ryu and not the Ken, probably wanting to make use of the superior zoning that Ryu has at his disposal. And I'll go ahead and say it, I think Ryu's better than Ken.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're alone there, especially in the late ultimate meta. Like and especially as we were saying, you know, when you talk to top players like Anathema and so forth, like they have very different opinions on the meta, and I absolutely feel like that there would be similar.
Watching players like Ashimo in Japan and players like Aiken in Chicago, they make me Ryu believers.
Absolutely, yeah. This character's so good. I mean, because you can make the argument that in this matchup, you could want to have like the speed, the maneuverability of Ken in order to sort of contest a lot of what Zap is doing here, a lot of these Koopa Kart shenanigans. But at the end of the day, why not just sit back as Ryu, throw out a fireball here and there, and then just sort of play neutral. Let him come to you.
That's the thing, too, because with Mecha Koopa, Bowser Jr. very often in matchups gets complete control over the stage simply by throwing that out there and then maybe a cannonball behind it. But Ryu, a character that can just kind of say, actually, I have stage control.
He has his own neutral defining projectile, and it is one of the best.
Gonna be looking for a Shoryu here for sure to try and get this KO. No, actually started looking for Raw Bear there before the clown car connected.
Yeah, it looked like he got a strong down tilt and might have missed the confirm on a Shoryuken. Vendetta usually one of the better Shoto players at hit confirming off of one down tilt, but doesn't end up mattering there, as that Shoryuken is a thing of the past, a thing of memory. The Tatsu instead able to close it out.
That's the other thing too, like you forget that like the Tatsus are different between the two characters sometimes, and then you see Ryu's Tatsu kill, and
they're visually so similar. And Ken was the more popular character for so long in this game, so you expect it to be a little bit weak. You expect to maybe get knocked back. Maybe you get a mix up after, right? But it's not going to kill me, is it? And then, well, you're at 105. If Ryu has any amount of rage, you're kind of done for. And just the sheer damage of the move too. It does so much damage.
Vendetta making use of that first stock being taken by the Tatsu to just continue to build this lead. Even if he doesn't get this stock here.
Oh, he was holding a Mecha Koopa.
Yeah. Held on to it for too long. So even if he didn't manage to take that second stock before losing his first, he's gotten such a lead here that if he takes the stock here and now, it begins to feel insurmountable.
Yeah, I was gonna use that word exactly. I'm telling you, insurmountable is definitely the word here for how this game is right now. Zap, it's gonna take a miracle. Oh, down tilting the wrong direction though. Maybe expecting Vendetta to get carried.
Shaku 3 times, 4 times. Keep doing it. 5.
Why not?
Shaku.
He has to come to you. Yeah, Zap definitely sort of scrambling to find a hit here.
I wonder if Zap knows. I wonder like how often he's played against Ryu, if he knows that he like can just kind of clank it. Bowser Jr. has a lot of fast aerials that can just be like, no thank you.
High priority, relatively disjointed aerials. Might be able to just punch a hole through the fireballs.
The thing too is you don't even really need a disjoint for the red fireball for Shaku. Anything that hits it just clanks it out and it's gone. The hard part becomes the mix-up when Ryu is sprinting at you behind the shot, Shaku, and then you
slowing
have to
it down,
about
speeding it up, mixing up when you have to hit it and when you have to react to him coming for you. Vendetta, though, able to end that game with relative ease there, not even taking above 70% once that game sort of, teetered so far over into his advantage.
You used a phrase, I believe, on like Stock 2 where you called Shaku a neutral defining projectile, and I feel like even if it doesn't define Ryu's neutral, it definitely defined the neutral of that
neutral,
game. It was like, are we apart from each other? Shaku.
If there's nothing else to throw out, if you have no moves to use, then Shaku is usually not going to be a bad option to throw out just because. So much mix-up on that move. And also,
what are you doing?
The phrase, was that Incineroar that
he was hovering Incineroar. Now thinking about the Luigi, which I don't think would be a bad pick to go into the Shotos, especially as a counter pick. We know Zap has a very good Luigi as well. And especially from how that game 1 went, I don't think Bowser Jr. is the play.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, I feel like that Bowser Jr. Was really used to just being able to sort of dictate the pace of neutral by putting down a Mecha Koopa, maybe shooting a cannonball or two. Instead, though, Vendetta's Ryu holding very steady on his side of the stage, chucking out Shaku's non-stop there and just dictating how the game flows that way instead. Not leaving very much of a opportunity for Zap to get in even now as this game 2 begins. Looks like a button check almost with how many specials are just flying already.
Brother took Ryu to FD and expected anything different.
Yeah, and I mean, this lack of platforms here, at least you can't get platform camp as Luigi, but not the correct hitbox of down air there. Obviously wanted the one that was going to send him down, prompt for more moves, but instead just got a quick 38%. Not something to be too satisfied with if you're Zap.
That was really weird.
Yeah,
I think it stole his jump there.
Did he trade with the Shoryuken there in the air with forward air?
That's what it looked like, and it just sent him at too weird of an angle to get back on. That should be a 0 to death too. No.
Did he go? Did he jump? I wonder if Zap plays with tap jump because it looks like he jumped and then up.
This game is just already
this
very
is a weird one. I mean, and especially I can't stop thinking about that first interaction that we were talking about because, I mean, Ryu's EX Shoryuken has invincibility on his hand, like even if in the air. So it must have taken a crazy angle there for Zap to even find the first stock. And then, I mean, an equally strange, just an oddity there resulting in the first stock for Vendetta. Now tilt's coming out. Fireballs of all varieties.
I've got this one on tap. If you prefer a lighter taste, we have
shaken or stirred. That's the question right now for Zap.
Spun,
yes,
apparently, because they both spinning around. Tries to tech
wow! Yeah. Okay,
nice
big catch
smash.
on the missed tech there. Okay. Zap definitely seems to be heating up here. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, that's just the top player mix-up right there.
Oh. I was right. It might not be what I meant.
Yeah,
I was right.
One of them was certainly dead. I think
he's dead.
Didn't end up being relevant, but I think if Zap had made a little bit of a better call on when to throw that second forward air, it would have been Vendetta who had fallen there.
Vendetta also maybe just forgetting, because we didn't see that at all throughout the entirety of the game. His version of Shoryu out of shield.
Yeah, true. The original.
Luigi has one of his own, and if you land on his shield, he will kill you.
Yeah, and that's something I feel like you don't see it until it's so applicable because for the longest time against Luigi, you're trying to get away from him, but eventually if you sort of get conditioned into approaching, if you are at a deficit and you want to land a move on the shield, it's something that's so difficult to space, especially if you're playing Ryu, right? Because that move is even parryable from pretty far away, which could then result in just the same outcome. So.
But going to be moving on into game number 3. Again, I'm kind of surprised he didn't open with Luigi, given how well Luigi does versus the Shoto specifically and the FGC characters in general, which is Vendetta's entire roster. Like, if the Ken and Ryu aren't working out, we can see him with the Terry. Very rarely we can see him with the Kazuya, but Luigi does fine against all 4 of those characters.
Yeah, because, I mean, projectiles, as they are numbered in the fighting game characters' sort of repertoire of moves overall, eventually they're gonna have to get close to kill you.
Yeah, listen,
and that's when
Shoto's
you can
always struggled with grapplers.
I mean, you can get Chaku'd to 170% right here if you're Zap, but if you land that grab when Vendetta comes up to try to finish off the stock, then incredible things can happen. And Ken actually going to be opted here over Ryu in the matchup against Luigi, or rather Zap's Luigi.
Ryu definitely worked out really well against. Okay, he's alive. Okay.
Yeah, blue screen,
Ryu worked out very well against Bowser Jr. in game number 1, but very clearly time to change it up. And thanks to Smash's counter pick rules, now he gets the opportunity to keep Zap on the Luigi while he goes onto the Ken.
Exactly.
Ooh, catches him before he grabs ledge off of the up B. We know he wanted to up B and then drift back into ledge to be safe, but Vendetta did not let him get away with that in the slightest, and then found a Shoryu for a kill.
It looked like he had late DI on that.
I don't think he DI'd it right.
Yeah,
right.
I think he either did not DI at all or only had like slightly out, because right there you want to DI that out as far as possible, because I don't know if he would have died had he done that. No rage on Vendetta.
It's down and out.
Yeah, down and out.
The optimal DI for Ken Shoryuken. But did not get it that time and ended up dying, I think, what, 90%?
Yeah, that was a relatively low stock loss to Shoryuken. All things considered, it is probably the premier kill move for Ryu and Ken, but still, that up tilt could have been a nightmare right there for Luigi. If there's one move you don't want to get hit by in your shield versus Ryu and Ken, it's typically going to be up tilt.
Vendetta also a little bit slow on the reaction to the roll get up, but he was positioned perfectly for it, and that's why I gasped in fear. Down B should kill here. Yeah.
Cyclone just going to take it for sure. Reaction to the DI in there. Well done by Zap. 2 stocks to 1 here. I mean, and a fresh stock still on Vendetta. But anything with this character is possible, as we've sort of already seen in this game.
Special canceling a couple of those. Getting the damage on the board. Oh, but gets caught on the cross-up with Tatsu. That could be the stock.
That will absolutely be the stock. And like we were just saying, man, it's back to even here. Quick 3-piece onto Zap, but this means nothing, quite frankly, until Vendetta's able to find the stock. Is that going to be it from center stage? Yes, that actually is going to do it here. Really well played set from both players here. Vendetta, though, going to end up taking it.
That was such a long scramble, too. Vendetta had Zap's number the entire... He was like, air dodge here, air dodge here, air dodge here. Keep air dodging. I'll keep catching you. And eventually he shrugs his shoulders. Eventually it all goes his way.
Yep.
Vendetta going to be moving on. I do think that was the top 32 qualifier, so we'll see him in winner's side of day 3, and we'll probably see Zap in loser's side of day 3. I don't know too many people who are going to be able to stop him.
From what we've seen so far, it would be a rough draw to have him in your loser's bracket path, definitely, going into a hopeful top 32 run.
But that is kind of a good